Hey everyone, it's Kelly and I'm back on another Sunday night. We're going to crack us yet another mega box of the 2026 Heritage. Last week we did hit the blue Kyle Freeland Chrome Refractor, number to 150. We got number one. Of course, we got the Jazz Chisholm Relic card. Kind of a couple of random hits from the mega box. Still in search of trying to complete the set. Still 36 cards short as none of the cards out of that box helped get us to the point of completing that first set. Inevitably, I'm going to have to go and buy those short prints on the secondary market, but I still have a handful of these mega boxes to crack and to play with. The second set is about 50 cards short, and again, it's just part of the process. And before I dive into this tonight, one of the things, I think the reason why I'm hopeful that at some point in time that continue the engagement is last week I was talking about leader cards, and I was at a local show not far from here, and I was a dealer, and he had some half price vintage, and here you've got we've got Johnny Padres and Sandy Koufax. Again, as you can see, there was a 20, it was half price, picked it up for 10. Yeah, there's some centering. I'm not sending this into PSA, I'm not turning it around, but I'm a Koufax fan. Back in the day, I thought I was going to be a great left-handed pitcher, but we know how that works out for just about every single one of us. And yet, here we are. You've got the old stories. Topps is always great for giving the information. The Dodger Southpaws, and they were fantastic. And I wasn't even born yet, but that doesn't mean that I didn't have a significant fascination. Probably my very favorite 1958 Topps card, that aqua baby blue background on the young Brooks Robinson, second year, the 57, obviously very nicely priced, and obviously worthy of that price because Brooks Robinson may be the greatest defensive third baseman of all time. Very cool. I just love the way the 58s look. So many people knock on them. They're plain, they're drab, the blah, blah, blah. How can you argue that is not a fantastically beautiful card? And while we're talking about third baseman, and while we're talking about our Royals obsession, I can't wait for 2 years when Topps Heritage pops the 79. There's your Brad All-Star card. Back in the day when Becca would point out the prices and you'd wonder, why is this Reggie Jackson only worth $2? Oh yeah, they double printed. Some cases they triple printed their major stars. And just like Topps is notorious for, the centering on this one isn't too bad. Again, I'm not looking to send this into PSA. I'm looking to have some more Bretts, and I'm always in the market for opening up some Bretts. But in the meantime, we're going to open up this box of Mega. We'll see how we do tonight. See if we can improve upon or shorten the list. And who knows? Maybe we'll get a random hit. Maybe I'll get one of those dumb hits that gets everybody very excited, and throw that up on some sort of short or clip that draws people in there. Maybe there's who knows? Maybe there's a Roman Anthony autograph numbered to 77 in here, or maybe there's an Ohtani something numbered to 150 or 99 or 5 or 20. Now, obviously in the megas, that's not the whole point. The point is I'm opening up some cards. Let's see if we get a different distribution of cards tonight. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get like 4 short prints, and we'll see a few different players. The last box I didn't pull an Anthony rookie, and he's had a little slow start. But remember, these guys are young. At some point in time, Jackson Holiday is going to come off the DL or the IL or whatever they call it now. But he'll be back, and then he'll have an opportunity. They brought him up pretty young, a lot of talent, waiting on him to recover from an injury. So, Max, there's the leader cards. Talked about him last week. Very cool. Volpe, again, we've seen these guys before. Machado, Spencer Strider, Bo Naylor. Hey, that's not a bad chrome card. Obviously, a lot of upside for Bo Naylor. Continues to be, and so many of the players now. There's so many more younger players, and I've talked about what's the pitching going to look like for the Hall of Fame. What kind of career numbers are we going to put up? The same question could be said for what's hitting going to look like. That's an interesting look right off the bat. Do we maybe get something? Mike Yastrzemski, Rafael Devers, Gabriel Moreno, Oh, the Kutch. Think about this. We were talking about him last week, going to the Rangers, having some juice in the tank, appreciate the effort. Things are happening, and right out of the gate, Andrew McCutchen jersey card, solid black for the Pirates. Got to watch him play a little last year when they were in town against the Rockies. And then we've got the quad. Don't know if I have this quad rookie. We'll have to find out. We got Gilbert, Corona, Dean, and Peters. Outfielders, not sure about that. And then Noelvi Marte. Again, another young guy. Got a lot of them randomly printed. But we'll start the night off with the random hit right away. McCutchen go along with Chisholm. Yes, I know. Market friendly, not always, but still cool. And again, player that I've appreciated watching for a number of years. Again, McMahon, we've seen this before. Kim, Betts. Uh-oh. What do we have here? Oh my goodness, that would be the image variation. How so very cool is that? So we hit already with the McCutchen, and then we popped the image variation. Nice start to the evening. Who knows? And got Salvi, and you got to love Royals. Let's see here. Westberg, Grant Taylor, Wilson Contreras. This has been strange already. It's probably, I hope that it's not anticlimactic from here, but you know what? No complaints when you pop a $50 box and you get a couple of things that if you ever decided, probably tonight would have been a good night for one of those profit things. What's the image variation? What's McCutchen? We got something going on down here. Let's see here. Victor Robles, Hoffman, Witt Jr. Never complain when I get a Witt Jr., obviously. Smith, Naylor, the Peyton rookie, Joe Ryan Red, Kyle Bradish. Wow, what a spectacular start tonight. Cannot even believe our good fortune. Again, I don't know now it's just gravy, and hopefully we'll continue to see possibility of a short print. Javier, that's very cool. The Astros jersey. Ramon Loreno. You know what? Gonna have to do some checking because there are a couple of guys, and I've been through a lot of these. I'm like, did I ever pull one of those? Don't know. Gonna see. Sprout, Mayer, we know. Holy mackerel. Is this box stupid hot or what? Volpe Auto. I've opened 5 packs, and I got a Volpe Auto. Obviously, the Lindor hasn't changed, but what do we got going on here? We already pulled a McCutchen jersey. We pulled a Betts variation and a Volpe Auto. This box is crazy. And Anthony's a Yankee. How can you argue? I mean, whether we want to admit it or not, the world is a Yankees market. There are Yankees fans everywhere, even here in the middle of nowhere. And so we'll take, very excited, and I'm stuttering. I'm stuttering on video because that's what I do best. Suarez, we're going to have a sparkle down there. Another Corbin Carroll, Carlos Correa, we've seen him. Ryan Weathers, Burleson, Cole Wilcox, Jordan Walker, outfield, and another Ohtani. Never complain when you get some Ohtanis. I mean, the bottom line is, at some point in time when he is recognized as being the greatest dual position player and one of the most phenomenal players, and people remember him and forget that there was a guy named Ichiro, having a handful of those isn't going to hurt. Brent Rooker, Riley Green All-Star card, Brian Reynolds. I'm kind of flying through these. Otto Lopez. Remember, I got the sparkle last week, and I was talking to some friends, and I was talking to my kid, and he said, hey, by the way, his offense is improving, and don't forget the WAR. A lot of talent on the upside, and that Sparkle Lopez was probably a really good hit. Could be down the road. Jake Magnum, Newcastle, Dylan Beaver Sparkle, C.J. Abrams from the Nationals. Here we go. Man, this is lightning cool. Now, Had a friend of mine say, you need to open them in front of the camera because then people need to know that these cards came out of the pack. Well, like I said, I'm not trying to burn and turn. And so I will try to be better at that for those that need to see that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to work around this camera and share my excitement for what has been probably one of the best boxes. And it was they were always great. I mean, it's fun popping them, but you know, when you get a random shot like that for 50 bills, people get excited. I certainly get excited. I'm going to want to pop another one. Yuri Perez, Victor Scott, Sam's got to raise the average, got to do some things, give him some time. Ernie Clement on the chrome, and Duhar to wrap it up. Might be a little amped up tonight. Might be going a little fast because, after all, again, cannot emphasize enough how much that random auto hit out of a mega box got me juiced up just like anybody else. Springer AL Championship card to start this pack. We're gonna have a chrome. We're gonna have a refractor down there. Skubal Skeens, although Skubal scuffling a little bit. Still getting some Ks, but, you know, he's giving up a couple runs here and there. And I'm sure he'll tighten it up before this is all said and done. But and Skeens had a great outing last week, except for the rain. And then after 4 innings, they had to pull him because they had the rain delay and weren't going to trot him back out there. And I understand that. You don't want to blow out his arm, but Pirates dropped it in 13 to the Rays anyway. Bradley Rodriguez, Byron Buxton, Vladdy All-Star card. About time for him to get hot. Chase Burns, Lee, little refractor action. You know, it's hard to see on this camera. I'm going to show you this, and it's really hard to see, but I think most of us already know. But if I zoom in way close, if you can barely see it because it's dark, you've got the refractor on the back there, so it indicates. Let's make sure that I've not lost my mind, and let's see what it says on the back of Mookie Betts. I don't see anything. I can't read it. But I'm pretty sure that was, see here, number 12. I may have lost my mind on that because I was thinking the Betts card looked differently. So that could be a real error on my part. And if I get more than 30 people to watch these things, you feel free to correct and roast because that's not obviously a look, and I hate making mistakes, but I also like being excited about things. So what the heck? Still darn good box. Still darn good action. Denzel Clark. Dylan Dingler having a great start. Another Bubba Chandler rookie. Keep your eye on this guy. The Pirates have had a pretty good start. I think there's some opportunity there. Beatty. Yeah, let's see here. Lane Thomas. There's a Bo Bichette card, and I will tell you that I am pretty sure that Bichette is the second one. I got him for the main set, but I'm thinking I'm short, and I think that's going to go into set number 2. It's a good short print. Obviously, the Mets finally won a game. They have been really struggling. We'll see what happens now that they finally got a win. Bichette, you know, he talked about getting booed and the expectation for it because of his start. He will come around. He's a gamer, obviously has the pedigree. So let's see what's happening here with this pack. Okay, Bryce Harper at top, obviously likely future Hall of Famer. Another Garcia rookie. Ryan Yamamoto. Always like having Yamamoto. Again, the culture and the fandom and the excitement and the players from Japan that have been part of the major leagues. Very, very, very exciting. Very good for the game. I'm all about anything that'll grow the game. And I'm also all about somebody who can come in a 7-game series and do amazing things and put that thing on his shoulders. And Yamamoto did it. Woo, always behind the Yamamoto, by the way. Harris, Castillo Chrome, and a McLean rookie. Not short printed. There's a few of them out there. But again, one of those things for trade bait. You like to have good trade bait. And he's clearly there's interest and there's an upside for that young man. So I can already tell you that I'm going to be excited about this pack because of that guy, but we'll get to that in a moment. All right, Cal Raleigh record breaker, Kenley Jansen, Goodman. I like that teal blue thing going on. Bednar, we're going to have a red coming up. Michael Taylor. I think I got the color of the year, him out of a hobby. Giancarlo Stanton, hitting the ball well. Can't do anything else. Still hitting the ball. Got quad red. That's always nice. It's pitchers. Somebody's going to show up. And then there's this card. I think it's underrated. I think Jensen's the real deal. Probably the only bright spot on the Royals right now. I do believe that as the season progresses and it heats up, he's going to be behind the plate more. He's probably going to get 500 at bats, and if he keeps hitting like he's hitting right now, he's going to be good for 30 Kongs. So there he is. This young man was born in 02. So that means he'll be 24 this summer. It's a good young catcher. Huge upside and great opportunity for the Royals. So we are down to 5 packs. We got the McCutchen jersey card. We got the Volpe rookie out of nowhere. This is going to be a great Sunday night. Here comes some more fun. Siegler, Robert. Now I can't get away from him. Took me forever to get the first one. Got Riley Green record breaker. We've seen these. Isbell. Again, all cards we've seen. Marte, All-Star. Dansby Swanson. I'm not entirely sure that I've got him, but again, sometimes you forget things. And Slade Ciccone. So we will check these and we will report the following Sunday. Did we in fact hit any short prints out of this box that will go into the into the original set? The one that I will complete, and it will cost me way more than it'll ever be worth, but I'll have done it. Trey Turner, not a bad card. Austin Riley, not a bad card. Oh, Carlos, the Royal, Sale, very excited about his start this year. Kershaw, gonna miss him. Glad they made the card. Matt Olson, Sparkle, first base, and Matt Chapman. Is that a Davis Snyder mustache on Matt Chapman? I think it might be. We will take a look at whether we need that card, because I think I would have probably made a comment about Matt Chapman's mustache had I seen it earlier. Maybe not. Snyder's mustache is pretty outstanding for a baseball card. I'm just going to say it. Again, it's the unique things. That's what makes the whole point of baseball card collecting interesting, is those unusual things. Brooks Lee in this pack. Springer, Brooks Baldwin, little serious Brooks, Hunter Brown, Jackson Merrill. Obviously, anytime you can get a Mike Trout card, hey, the guy's hitting the ball, he's getting some stolen bases. Average is what it is, but he's looking real happy and healthy this year. Very excited about that. And of course, Ben Rice, also doing it for the Yankees along with Judge. Stanton, and Max is pitching well. Schitler's pitching well. Things, the Yankees are going to Yankee. All right, 2 packs left. Is there some sort of rando miracle? Somehow I doubt it. Somehow I'm not worried about it. Whisenhunt rookie. Stolen base leaders, O'Neal Cruz. O'Neal Cruz still batting over 300. Very happy that he's had a good start after that first awful game. Suzuki, also doing this thing with the Cubs. He had multiple hit night last night, I believe. And of course, I'm pre-recording this, so if you go back and look at the stats, so he didn't do that on Saturday night. That's because this is Thursday. The Albies, Seth Lugo got lit up, and good start. Definitely going to be around. Webb, I haven't paid attention to his last couple of starts. Quite honestly, I need to look at his next start and see how he's doing. Obviously, he throws a lot of strikeouts. Lindor with the random enterprise card. Some of these inserts are cool. I think there are probably some people that do try to collect them. I just put them in the pile of the random inserts that I get. If it's a favorite player, if it's a Royal, obviously the real card that I got the other night of George Brett's going to go in the Brett pile. Just the random things, because at some point in time you have to decide, what are you actually going to keep when it's all said and done? Well, we are down to the final pack. And this has been a pretty doggone fun pack. It started early. Okay, you know, we've talked about Clemens, so we've seen him before. We've talked about Joey, still need him for Series 1 in the regular top. Kyle, all guys we've had, don't see anything unusual. Max Muncy. Okay. We're going to talk about Roki here for a little bit. We have to. What's going to happen? It's a great looking card. Obviously not old, and has plenty of talent. 25 years old, but struggling with his control. I don't know how much patience the Dodgers will have with him. It's inconsistent. It's got great stuff. I'm gonna have to pay attention to this. I know there was a lot of hype going on in the collecting world, and I think that there's probably was some merit to it because the talent's there. But he's going to have to. He's going to have to find balls, and he's going to have to find his strike zone, and we'll see how that plays out. So a little shorter video. I think that generally the goal is to keep it moving along. I think for the longer videos, you know, the YouTube algorithm says got to go 30 minutes. I don't think that's going to pop tonight, and that's all right because we had something very exciting. Still go back to, this is the insane hit of the year. Very cool and very excited to see that he's done so well since that rough first game. Absolute faith that he's going to turn it around. Probably won't end the season with the Tigers. Maybe he will, but I'm sure that Skubal is going to do great things. But for tonight, this was your crazy hit. Got a mega box, $3 a pack. Hobby right now is retail, secondary market, $200 a box, 20 packs in a box, $10 a pack. Got these for a little over $3 and change after you pay sales tax. Pulled a Volpe, and we are going to find out whether there is anything that's going to add to that original set. Until then, look for an update after we get this, after I pop this up Sunday night. We'll see how we do. And until then, keep cracking.